Hello everyone, welcome back to Dr. C. Happy New Year and happy 2018 everyone. I can't wait to see what type of things will be happening in the new year. But, as they say, well, I don't know if anybody says it, but to me, nothing has changed. It's still the same junk on and on and on and on and on and on again. I mean, I was eating dinner last night. My grandparents had on nightly news, and I think that was it. I think it was nightly news. And I saw the Trump tweet about his nuclear button's bigger than mine, and my grandpa says, why doesn't Congress or whoever just take his phone away? And I said, well, Grandpa, it's just like the same thing we got in school. The teachers can't take our phone away because then the teachers will be the one held responsible. Yeah, I kind of find it funny. Well, tonight on Dr. C, we'll be doing news reporters should be less dramatic and making mountains out of molehills, like blowing up these huge stories and making everything big. Suggestion from someone, is racism still an issue today? And people's relationship with the internet. But before I begin, I would just like to say that I'm sorry. Because I got a lot of heat and I got a lot of pushback from everyone about the whole vaping and electronic cigarette video. I just want to say that I'm sorry about that. I guess that I didn't do the research that I had done correctly. And for the people that I upset, I just want to say that I'm very sorry. I will, however, not take down the video, but I will never mention anything about drugs, anything about vaping, anything like that again. Because I feel that that is an issue / topic that I don't really need to concern myself with, because it's just something that I don't need to be doing. I also some of you have seen this from the mass sense I've sent you, and I also have to talk about that a little later. I am starting a petition because I would like to start something at Jacobs High School to where we could hold like an election for either me or whoever wins, to be the voice of the students, to actually listen to your complaints. If there's something that you need help with and you're not getting it, then I will talk to these teachers and I will tell them what is going on. I will fight for you guys, because I feel that we need to make this school better. We need to make this school better, because of the way things are going right now. It's just gonna go and into a big fiery mess, because this has been deteriorating for years. And the last thing I did on my review of Harry D. Jacobs, still the same stuff has been going on and on and on, even past then. And I also will not be taking that video down, because I feel that that review needs to be heard. And yes, some people say, oh, well, you're just pointing out negative stuff. No, I'm pointing out the truth. I'm pointing out the truth because no one at Harry D. Jacobs, as far as administration goes, they do not want to listen to you, and they do not want to deal with you, because I've had that strewn on me countless times. I tried to talk to these teachers. I tried to talk to these administrators, and nothing has been done. To me, nothing has been done. I feel that with the way things are going, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until we do something. But if I can get enough people to sign that petition, maybe 100, then I'd at least like to get the ball rolling. The link will be in the description, as well as my website and said petition. Please, 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 I don't know how more serious I can be with this. Send that petition to anybody and everybody you know. It is anonymous. It is completely free. All that I ask is that you sign it and just send it off to your friends. And now we can move into my next topic about me doing the mass sending of emails, or not, the mass sends that a lot of people get upset with. Here's the thing. When I post something on my story, or when I put something on Instagram, here's what usually happens. 1, maybe the 5, 6 people will, listen. And then everybody else just clicks, swipes, clicks and swipes, to the next one. Look, I understand. I understand that you guys are busy. I understand that you guys got a lot of shit to do. But when I send it to everybody individually, and add it to my story, then everybody starts to come together. Then everybody actually clicks on it, reads it, and go, oh my gosh, hey, I'll support this, That's why I do these send to all things. Because it gets a lot more people active with it. It gets a lot more people doing it. And if it upsets you, then just I can't understand this. Like, with one of the things I said, everybody was going off on me, claiming I'm the, calling me a dick, making me out to be this bad guy. And then when I tell my friends who actually is in support of me, I tell them all this stuff, and they said, why do they, don't let them bug you, first off, but why do they watch it if they hate it? I mean, why do they take the time out to say these horrible, mean, rude, nasty things to me if, as a saying that my mom has told me time and time again, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And I feel that that's also something we need to bring back. Like Taylor Swift said, haters are going to hate. And like my family said, people are going to be rude. And all I was asking was for a civil conversation. And I did reach that in the end. After talking, after a long time of sending back and forth on Sarah Anonymous. I also have that one. I also have that account too. But I feel that I'm not going into one of these, oh, I got offended, boo-hoo, 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 I'm not going into that. I'm just saying, why do people insist on instigating an argument? Or why do people, people say that everybody has the right to their opinion. And someone told me once, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And that's true. Everybody has an opinion. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong, that's your choice. And if you are one of those people who do it, then fine. Then fine. I have no problem against it. I was just trying to share my opinion. And if you supported my opinion, then that's great. You supported my opinion. I have no beef. I have no beef with anybody. I have no reason to get, like I said, what's the point of me saying to some, what's the point of me to go up to these to these adults and to tell them? What's that gonna do? That's gonna piss a lot of people off. That's gonna make me unpopular. And it's not gonna do any good for anybody, because the teachers don't give a shit. The punishments aren't good, I just don't do it. So I'm not gonna talk about how bad that, I'm just going to have my opinion on other topics and just leave the issue of drugs and everything alone. Because I feel that that's something that a lot of people have told me not get the fuck off with, and that'd be that. But, I do these mass emails to get a lot more support. And please click on that petition link and send it to people you know. So that way you can have so that way you can tell somebody that you're having a problem. And something will get done. Because this is what I stand for. I stand for student equality and a better school. Please, sign the petition. That's all I ask. I also wanted to say thank you for those that have done it and are sending it out. Please, also, would any of you be kind enough to give me a shout out on your Instagram or your Snapchat with the link provided, so I can get more of it growing. So that way I can get more suggestions. So that way I'm not doing, doing the mass email. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, Dr. C, don't leave. And then my response, I know you, like I said, I know you guys are busy. I know you guys have got shit to do. But it doesn't take a day and a half to write me a suggestion. Like tonight, I'll be talking, like, you guys heard what I was talking about tonight, like the news reporters, things, is racism still an issue today, people's relationship with the internet, stuff like that. That's all I ask. Just send me a suggestion in the comments and be done. That's it. That's all I gotta do. That's, it would be so much easier. And once I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'll stop having to do that. I'll stop sending these mass emails. All I'll have to do is put up a poll or put up a message, and that'll be it. That's all I ask. And if I reach, I don't know if it was 1,000 or 10K followers on Instagram, I can put a link in the story. I can put a link in the story so I don't have to stop, so I don't have to keep doing these mass sends, so I don't have to keep doing these crappy Snapchat things. Please, spread the word. Because I know the people who support me are with me are behind me 100%, but you gotta but the people who are behind me 100%, you at least gotta get other, and kudos to all of you who do support me and do like to hear what I say. Kudos to you. Just nudge people in to say, hey, send this kid a suggestion and I'll talk about it. That's all I ask. But, I'd like to say thanks. But, I'm rambling. Hey, sign the petition, send it, please. That's all I ask. First on the topic, news reporters should be less dramatic and making big deals out of these stories. Yes, I know that every single, yes, I know that it's a trying shame, but I feel that the news blows things way out of proportion. They just do. It's like this. I sit and I sometimes turn on the morning news, or I sit with my grandparents in the living room and they're watching the news, or I sit at dinner watching MSNBC, and this is what I hear. Somebody got shot. There was a house on fire. Somebody got shot. Somebody got murdered. Somebody got kidnapped. Somebody Same thing over and over again. I said to myself, I wish 2018 would have been a little different, to where it wouldn't have been. And I'm not saying that that's not news. Yes, I feel bad that people have died, and I feel bad, and I feel even horrible that people are still getting kidnapped to this day. I feel horrible for that. I wish it would end. I don't understand why these people do it. I don't understand why these people make a big mess of everything. For what? I don't know why they do it. I'm not a psychiatrist or a physicist, or, I'm not a specialized person that deals with the human brain. I just wish it would end. I just wish that everybody would get along and not kill each other over who's wrong and who's right. It's horrible. I can't stand it to where it's almost becoming annoying to hear the same, it's almost becoming repetitive. To me, I wish sometimes the news would do a happy segment at the end of every day, to make it a little, to do the lighter side of things, instead of it being, oh, Trump posted a tweet and now North Korea is even more pissed off at Americans by, threatening, bomb scares. It's like the Cold War. I almost feel like this is the Cold War, where everybody's freaking the hell out over if North Korea and us and the U.S. are going to drop the bomb. Oh, and by the way, there's a guy I know called Grade A Under. He's a YouTuber. I was watching his video on Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and he said that he's not in support of both of them, just like I am. I am not in support of both of them. I don't, to me, it's both a shitstorm with the both of them. But this is what he said. I actually kind of found this a little funny. He said that Trump supposedly has the greatest escape button for not getting assassinated. Mike Pence. That's the thing. He said, he went on and on about, oh, no one's gonna if Trump gets shot, then Mike Pence will become president. I'm like, yeah. And he goes on to say, oh, that'll actually stop people. Like, really? I actually kind of find that funny. Like, people who want to impeach Trump, people who want to shoot Trump, do you really want Mike Pence for president? I mean, come on, tell me down in the comments below. Tell me, Snapchat, I'm not poking fun at people's political stances. I'm not poking fun at people who like Donald, To me, politics is politics. If people say that this is a bad thing and there's truth again, there's truth behind it, then it's a bad thing. That's it, And also, news reporters should stop making these big, making a big deal out of this stuff. It's like I was watching the news watching the news yesterday night, and I told my grandparents over dinner, they should nominate themselves. This should be Emmy nominated, Emmy nomination for Best News Actor, because I almost feel like they're acting. I almost feel like they act, they do these deep, long, intellectual thoughts, and they think, and they think, and they think, and they've got this mind complex that it has to be great, breathtaking. What if I started to do that? What if I started to act like every one of my podcasts were to be some dramatic, like a big ape, like a blockbuster movie? I get it. I bet you I'd get that a lot. But I just news reporters need to stop making these big dramatic things and stop making these things out bigger than they seem to be. It's just stop, please. Number 2, is racism an issue still today? Well, that's debatable, and on any way you see it. To me, maybe. It could. I think it somewhat is. I mean, this is kind of an touchy issue here. To me, I feel people need to get out of this mind to where they think that they're the superior people and that everybody else below that everybody else is garbage. I feel that at sometimes it is, and at sometimes, I think at least we've moved on from where it was back during the times of slavery. It's not good. It's not bad. It's meh. Some people might disagree with me. They say, oh, Judge or Dr. C, racism is still a bigger thing than ever. Okay, then if that's what you say, then that's what you say. That's your opinion and you're entitled to it, just like I am entitled to mine. Now, before everybody comes out with the big guns and calls me a racist, I'm not a racist. I am not. I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't have a problem with what race, what color, what ethnicity, what religion. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with, though, is people who think that they're all high and mighty and think that their religion is the right one. And people who just try to push it on you and push it on you and push it on. That's where I start to draw the line. But do I have anything against other races and other ethnic? No, I do not. I don't have a problem. Unless, to me, I don't view race. And keep this in mind. I hope that this is something that sticks to everyone who listens in. When seeing people, this is what I do, and this I think people should do too. Don't see race, don't see color, don't see ethnicity, and don't see religion. Just see a person you can have a conversation with, and you can share your views, you can build on ideas, you can create. As Jack Nicholson said in Mars Attacks, we can have it all, or we can smash it all. Let's create, not destroy. Let's be friends. Let's have togetherness. Let's make peace on earth. Peace on earth and goodwill towards everybody. Peace on earth, should be peaceful. I feel that people that there are some people that still are pushing the issue. I feel that some people are still making it out bigger than it need be. And I feel that both sides are to blame. I feel that some people of a certain race act as if they're the ones that are the superior, and I feel that another race acts as if they're the superior. To me, everybody should be equal. No matter if you make $50K a year, no matter if you make $100K a year, no matter if you're schmoozing it up with liquor and a yacht and all this other stuff. Equality. Let's try and bring that message up. Instead of it being a specific life matters, maybe someone should put this on their what do you call it? It's like the sign that people usually have at like rallies or riots or protest. You know, the sign. It's like the thing that people hold at you, like the sign. The people holding these signs. One should say, "All lives matter," in big letters. All lives matter, because all lives do matter. And finally, people's relationship with the internet. Well, I'm just with everything that happened, and I kind of feel that people listening to this, and if anyone who works at the FCC or if anyone at the FCC gets a hold of this, maybe this is something to think. Hello, Ajit Pai, or whatever his name is, worked for Verizon. You know, maybe put two and two together. The guy worked for Verizon. So what do you think his goal would have been? And I also stand on the fact that people, you know, it was gonna go over in smoke one way or another. But here's the thing: don't be worried, because it hasn't happened yet. It's not gonna happen overnight. And to add insult to injury, it's gonna sit in Congress for a year, maybe more, and then when the big guy at the courthouse reads it and he says, "Ooh, this may not be good because of all the news coverage back in 2017, and how people hated it in 2018, and now I'm reading this in 2020. Ooh, you know, no," and then he does whatever, you know, he vetoes it, and you know, I don't think people need to, but for the person who suggested people's relationship with the internet, I to be honest, I really don't know. I feel that there needs to be a little more. It needs to be a little better. I feel that everyone should have equal access to the internet. Like, again, equality. Push that message of equality. And now if we're talking in the general sense of, like I said, now if we're talking in the realm of the couples debate where it's the boyfriend or girlfriend on their phone, if it's the thing where it's the boyfriend or girlfriend and they're on their phone on the date, then yeah, that's where I could kind of see this going into. But here's this, and my girlfriend has told me this on multiple number of occasions. What's going to be there after, and this could amount to any sort of situation. What's going to be there longer after you're if you're in the date, in the restaurant or wherever, if you're on the phone or if you're on whatever. She says, what's going to be there after I leave FaceTime or after we end the call? The iPod or her? That's what needs to be applied to most relationships today. Spend, you know, your iPod, your phone, your video game, your whatever is always going to be there. Your significant other is not. Keep that in mind. And I know this is another thing that popped up. See, this is why you guys should add suggestions, so that way I can build on more of the topics. So that way I can actually have something to talk about instead of waiting around in the dark for 5 hours at a time. to be honest, to be happy, and to enjoy each other's company. But honesty is the key in any good long relationship. You need to be happy. You need to be in love. Some couples may disagree and agree to certain things. And, hey, no one's perfect. Not every couple's perfect. Every marriage has their spiffs or spats once in a while. But if you agree on most of the things and you're truly in love with each other, then call up your girlfriend or call up your significant other and tell them, I love you, Tell them that you love them and that you truly care about them. Because they mean the world. They mean the world to you, and you couldn't function without them. Honesty is the key. Honesty is key. That's the only way. So to sum it all up, I will no longer be talking about drugs, and I will no longer be talking about anything that has to do with certain drugs. If it's a suggestion, I will not talk about it. If the suggestion is drugs, I will not talk about it in any way, shape, or form. Go to the description below and click on the link, sign the petition, share it with your friends. I'm planning on reaching 100 signatures. Right now we're at 10, maybe 50. If we can get to 50 signatures, that'll be great. But I'm rooting for either 50 or 100. Also, if you don't want me to do if you don't want me to do the mass email, the mass sendings, then just unfriend me. Then just unfollow me. Then just don't block me or whatever. Because it's your choice. If you're one of those people that hate it, then just leave. Because I don't understand why you're telling me. One person wrote on my Sahara Anonymous, and I actually kind of find this funny, and maybe some of you will agree. Whoever said this was, please stop doing the mass send-outs. Or something like that. And I kind of laughed, and I said, I put back on my story, whoever posted this, I'm not a mind reader. I mean, does that not make sense? If you don't like it, then tell me honestly. I'm not going to be pissed off at you. I'm not going to be mad at you. And I'm not going to defriend you. I'm not going to make you out to be some friggin' criminal. I'm not going to put you in the... I'm not going to hate you for eternity. I don't hold grudges. I don't hate people. People piss me off, but I don't hate them. Like my mom said, hate is not going to do you any good. Hate is not going to do you any good. So just ignore people. Just ignore the hate. Thank you, everybody, and I wish everyone a happy new year. Try to spread that petition. Try to spread the message of equality. Leave a comment. Please subscribe. Send out my channel to your friends. Tell them to help me gain subscribers and help me gain followers. The petition will be in the link on the description below. Thank you very much, and good night.